I wanted to take this opportunity to give a little commentary, a little perspective on the Feeding the Homeless event we had on Saturday. It was an extreme success. People around the world are, in support, in gratitude for the event, tuning in on Facebook, things of that nature. And number one, I'd like to say that yes, it was a success. We dished over 600 servings of extremely healthy food, extremely tasty food, and extremely sustainable food. And this is really important for me because we weren't just giving free food to people. We were giving them healthy food. We were giving them delicious food. And we were giving them sustainable food. And all three of those things are facets that homeless people don't normally get, and actually most people don't normally get.
What they're doing, but they don't want us to eat, and these people are caring about us, and we love them. Thank you.
We have the right. We have the right. It is a natural right. It is a birthright to give, to support our fellow man, our fellow woman, our brothers and our sisters. In fact, it's a duty. It is our duty to support our community, our family, our brothers and our sisters.
I've been here 7 years, and we've been very consciously cultivating a sustainable life for many of these years. And every single year we're more sustainable than we were the year before, we're more successful than we were before, and we help more people than we did the year before.
It's a beautiful day, the beginning of spring. And we've got a nice full raised bed here full of carrots. Which is a great thing because we love carrots, but also because it's so full, the carrots won't really develop to full maturity. So if you want to have nice big carrots, you've got to go through and sort of weed them out. And what you do is you just, sort of sporadically pick one carrot top. And some of them will be bigger than others. That one's actually a double carrot sort of intertwined. It's really beautiful. Let's look at this. Show the video. That's so pretty. So we use greenhouses here in the fall, winter, and early spring. We use them in the fall to extend the life of our summer crops. We use them in the winter to actually grow things that we couldn't otherwise grow in the winter time. And then we use them in the spring to start our seeds a month or 2 months before the actual planting would take place. So even if you don't grow in a greenhouse all fall and all winter long, a greenhouse in the spring is really important because you can start your seeds a month or 2 months early. And so when you plant your plants, you've got a plant that's already a month, 2 months big, and you're going to get production in the first month of planting versus having to wait 1 to 3 months. Whether you eat meat or whether you don't eat meat, if you buy your food from a grocery store, you are participating, you are voting for, you are paying for, you are supporting all of the worst things that are happening on this earth right now. All of the death, all the destruction that is happening. 1.5 acres of deforestation is happening every single second. Every single second, 1.5 acres of deforestation is taking place on this earth. That is happening because of the food you're buying at grocery stores. In South America, in Central America, in Asia, all over the world, there's mega corporations that are going in, they're clear-cutting whole forests, and they are planting soy crops. The most important part about sustainability is not relying upon a blueprint, not relying upon a system or a formula, but actually comprehending how life works.
It's run a serious business when the police feel like they need a SWAT team to rob you of your blueberries, but I guess that's the kind of society we live in. For some reason, I'm not feeling any safer.
Earlier in the week, we were speaking with Quinn. His property, the Garden of Eden, was the subject of a SWAT raid. They attempted to violate his property rights, saying that he was growing a marijuana factory there. And basically, because he was someone that knew his constitutional rights and how to apply them, he was able to turn the law back around and establish it how it should be, for the people, by the people. Okay, Quinn, so let's get into how people can empower themselves and actually apply the laws that are there and meant to protect them.
You know, it's really sad. It's really sad what the current state of affairs have come to, because, you know, back in the day when our country was so great, the reason why it was so great is because the government was there to serve and protect the people, and the government employees, the public servants, were there to be the servants of that, of that. So, you know, the reason why our country was so great is because we had freedom. It was by the people, for the people. And, you know, in the beginning, government officials were, they were like heroes. You know, back in the day, the sheriff was the greatest man in the town, the person that everyone could trust and everyone could rely on. And, back in the day, the mayors, were the people that everyone trusted the most and liked the most and had the best interest of the town or village or community at hand. And the only thing that the government did was, just serve and protect the people's rights. Well, now, we're in a situation where basically the government's only job now is to tax, license, and regulate everything. And that's why now, we've got obviously all of this blatant violation of rights happening all over the place. We're not the only ones here. Mm-hmm. And that's part of why I started studying the law myself, is because it became very apparent to me that the government isn't actually following the law. And if I can't enforce the law, then it's definitely not going to be enforced for me.
We're living within our rights. We're not harming anybody. This is our land. We're feeding our family, and we have the right to do all of this. If you have any bona fide fact that you're willing to testify under penalty of perjury that we're actually doing something wrong, that we are violating some sort of real law, because a maxim in law is that any statute, code, or law that is repugnant to our inherent rights is void ab initio.
The real truth is that we own this land outright. So we're free men and women here, and we know that. And part of being free is being, secure in our person and our property, being able to pursue our, pursuit of happiness, our spiritual path, to provide for our family. And part of the way we're pursuing our spiritual path and providing for our family is by living this, very sustainable life. And this sustainable life that we live involves a lot of things that are in violation of their statutes and their codes. So what we did is we notified them that, we cut the bushes not because we're complying, but because we're honorable and we agree. And we're not complying with these because you don't have any jurisdiction or authority to make us.